church. So, a little bit of background info. A couple of weeks ago, one of Millie's friends was given the gift of tongues when Millie prayed for her. And it kind of got me thinking, I was like, oh, everyone in my family has a gift of tongues except me. But then in my head, I'm like, well, that makes sense. I'm kind of young and they're not. So, not that you're not young, but, sorry. But anyway, yeah, so I was kind of thinking. And then Dirk was preaching. This was last Sunday, so this service before we went to the big combined one that night. And Dirk was preaching, and I was just sitting with Mum, and I think I was just doing colouring on my phone. And we were talking about the sermon as Dirk was preaching, and then Mum said something like, oh, gift of tongues. And I was like, oh, what? You said something? And she was like, oh, maybe you should ask Dirk for it. And I was like, oh, maybe. But I was like, I don't really want to in case I don't get it, because then I didn't want to be like, go up and ask for it and didn't get it. I'm like, oh, that's fine. I didn't really want it because I kind of did want it. So, I don't know, I didn't want to be disappointed. So I didn't go up and ask for it anyway. Got to that. And then Mum was like, well, why don't you ask for it tonight? And I was like, oh, okay, maybe when we go to the big service. And that was kind of the end of that. Went home. Went to the big night service, and Mum was already there because she was praying. And I went up to Mum, and Mum was telling me, she was like, oh, I told Edgar and he's really eager to pray for you. I was like, oh, thanks, Mum. Thank you. Awesome. So then I was like, maybe Edgar's forgotten. Maybe I don't have to go to Edgar. Like, no. But there was this whole big prayer time, and I could kind of feel God calling to me, like, you should go ask for it. And I was like, woo! And I was like, well, Edgar's busy. Look, he's praying for all these people. He has a literal line of people. So maybe that's not for me. I went up and talked to Mum during the prayer time, and Mum was like, well, have you talked to Edgar yet? I was like, he's busy. He's got this big long line of people. And she was like, but Nikki doesn't. I was like, okay, all right. Went up to Nikki, and Mum was like, go on. I was like, okay. I was like, oh, so are we good?
Yeah.
Are we good? I can go without it.
Just project.
Just yell. I'm sorry.
Makes the punchline bigger.
So, is this one on too? I can't hear
well, 1, 2, testing.
Oh, it's on. Yay. So, we're good. That one's not working, but it's fine. So, went up to Nikki, and Mum was like, what do you want? And I was like, I really want the gift of tongues. And Nikki was like, okay, I'll pray for you. And I was like, okay. So, kind of started praying, and Mum was behind me and Nikki was praying for me, and I didn't really feel anything at first. It was kind of just, I was just standing there. And then I could almost feel, it wasn't, I don't know, I feel like people have these really cool experiences. Like, I could feel a golden glowing thing. I didn't really feel anything, but then it was like, in my head, I could almost, it was something like I knew. I was like, oh, I probably could say something right now. And then Nikki said, I feel like I can kind of sense it on you. Do you kind of feel something? And I think I said, I can feel it, but I don't really want to try in case it's not there. Like, I think I'm just going to make it up. And Nikki was like, no, that's good. That means it's working. And so I was like, okay, I'll give it a go. And she was like, you don't have to say it out, just whisper it. So I whispered, like I was like, and I started praying in tongues. So that was really cool.
Thank you, Charlotte.